If you want to see me create my first look on camera with the Zulu palette from Juvia's Place, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène with another video, and yes, we're going to play with the Juvia's Place palette. If you have not seen my swatch video for that palette, I will put it right here. It's gorgeous. So beautiful. I am so happy with this palette. It is my favorite out of my Juvia's Place collection. It's just beautiful. And the belle of the ball, as I mentioned in my swatch video, is this one. I absolutely have to use it today. I just have to. The other look that I've done, the only other look that I've done so far is this one, using this one pretty much all over in different intensities, and this one. And I liked the first look, and I just wanted to use it, start using it for the palette roulette challenge. I'm in the 5th round of your selections. If you don't know what palette roulette is, I will put the latest video right here. You get to, basically, you get to pick my makeup. Face palette, eyeshadow palette, and there's an other category for little extras. It's a lot of fun. I think so anyway. And so far, a lot of folks are picking numbers that are really meaningful to them. So you pick numbers and the numbers correspond to a product. Anyway, if you check out that video, you will get the gist of it. I am ready to use this puppy and I will wait no longer. So let's get into it. All right, what shall I do? I really, really liked the yellow, the green, especially the green, and the purple when I was doing the swatches, and I am inclined to go for those colors. And I think I'm going to do yellow in the crease, purple on the outer lid, and lime green on the inner lid. I think that is my plan. So let's get right into it. And I'm going to go in with a big brush and take care of the yellow first off. And when I say big brush, I am not joking around. This is a Quo. Is there even a name on it? Yeah. It's the Quo eyeshadow brush. Really helpful. Anyway, I'm going in to this yellow right here. As if I had to point it out, there's only one yellow in the palette, but oh, and the palette, as I forgot, does not have a mirror. So let me grab one of those. I am going to use this mirror from the Marcel palette. This is a bronzer. This is a Canadian brand, by the way. And this is what the bronzer looks like, if you're curious. It's a very pretty bronzer. And it has a nice mirror, so we're going to use that. All right, so here we go. Oh, and if you're wondering what I have on my eye, I'm totally stalling. Here's what I have on my eye today so far, is Wheat from the Smashbox Matte Exposure. This is my Pan That palette, and I just wanted to have something as a base on my eye to set the primer. The primer is the NYX eyeshadow base in 03. Okay, I think I've got all of them. Obviously my brows are done, everything else on my face is done, just the eyes need to be completed, and I'm going to zip it down and get going. Here we go. Not nervous at all, right? Oh, this is so beautiful. As much as I love color, I'm nervous every time I start, but once I've started, I think, what's the big deal? They always turn out pretty good. I've been really lucky. And I think I was gonna go into the bronzer. I've been pretty lucky with color. And hopefully that, okay, I thought that was a flake of yellow. This is definitely awkward that my palette's far away on my desk, or I should say on my bathroom counter. I call it my desk, but I guess when I'm sitting down filming, I'm calling it my desk. The rest of the time, it's my bathroom counter. Tell me that is not beautiful. So nice. I'm going to just put some yellow on the lower lash line, and then I'm going to speed up through the other eye. Okay, that is flattering. I'm super happy. All right, on to the other eye. I like this so far. I really, really like it. And I think I'm going to go now into the purple on the outer lid and into the crease. To start off with the purple, I'm going to use this very dense kind of packer brush to go into the outer lid. I think I've figured out how to hold the palette and the extra mirror all together so that I'm not reaching forward anymore. It was kind of awkward. Okay, just putting some on the brush, and let's try this out. I like the fact that they're good at layering. You don't have so much pigment the first time that you don't know. You have a chance to adjust if it's not quite what you're looking for, quite the right application. It's reassuring. It's what it is. Okay, and I'm going to use a smaller crease brush to just help diffuse the color. And this is the crease brush I'm going to use. It's about half the size of the other one. And I'm going to go back into that purple just a little bit and go right into the crease with it. And it's probably going to turn it a little bit orange because that's the mix of purple and yellow, but that's all right. A little bit of a sunset look going on without spending ridiculous amounts on the Natasha Denona. That's really pretty, right? Okay, let me intensify that purple on the lid. That blended like a dream. Am I smoking something? Like, it looks really good. That's fantastic, and I need to tweeze my eyebrows. All right, anyway, let's get into the purple again. I find that every time I pack shadow on my lid and then I go into the crease, I usually have to add a little bit back onto the lid because it gets brushed off a little bit. But that's all right. And one more go at it. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And I think I'm going to go really close to the lash line and put some purple on the lower lash line as well. And for that, I'm going to use my tiny, tiny smudger brush from Smashbox. And when I say tiny, I mean tiny. It's really, really small. Going right into that purple, and I'm going to go right along, here it is, right along the lash line. I hope that ended up being in focus. If not, I'm sorry. I did a skincare video, I think it was the Strivectin video, where I was editing and not everything was in focus when I was bringing it close to the camera. So sorry about that if you saw that video. The viewfinder lies. I really like this. I will repeat what I just did with the purple on the other eye, and then we'll talk about the green. Okay, I just want to get a little closer, and I'll close my eyes and take a look. A couple of things. The colors are not muddying together. They're looking really, really good. There's I expected the purple and the yellow to turn a little bit orange, and it did, but that's just because I'm blending. And so it's almost as though I have orange as a transition color. That's pretty cool. The next thing is that the purple, there, it turned orange, but there's no kind of muddiness, grayish brown. It's looking really good. The purple on the lower lash line is looking great, and of major note, there is no fallout. I have no fallout. These are pigmented colors. I have no fallout. I'm a little bit taken aback by that, but in a wonderful way. So I am ready to go on the inner corner, and just based on the swatch, I don't want to rub with a brush or anything. I think I want to use my pinky to apply the lime green on the inner lid, and that's what I'm going to do next. So let's give it a go. Just as a reminder, this is the color that I will be using right here on the inner to center lid. Look at that. Beautiful on my very dry finger. Anybody else deal with really dry fingers? I'm putting lotion on my hands. That's been the story of my life since I was a kid. My fingers are always so dry. Oh, this is gorgeous. Wow. Wow. Oh. Okay, other side. And even if I don't put it at full opacity, look at how it just kind of fades into the purple. That would have been just enough right there. Oh. Anybody else getting Wicked vibes? I feel like I could be in that musical right now. Okay, tell me that is not beautiful. My goodness. Assuming you like color. If you like neutrals, you're probably kind of going, But I love this. I think it's beautiful. That is beautiful. Now, there is no obvious brow bone color in this palette. I'll just give you another look. Like, there's really no brow bone color for, well, unless you just love to have a crazy, not crazy, but you know, like pow, colorful brow bone. But that's just kind of not what I want to do. I'm going to go into the 39S by Morphe, and there is a color in there called Pearl Fection that is a perfect brow bone shade. I will be right back. Now, I have depotted the 39S, but I will show you the shade right here. That is Pearl Fection, and it is indeed perfection when it comes to the brow bone. So let me grab a brush. Just going to use this flat brush from Sephora, and it's called the Shadow Brush. How helpful. Going to go right into Pearl Fection, and this palette has a mirror, which is nice, and right on the brow bone. I had a little something earlier from the Quo brow palette, but it's not a highlighter that has like a brow bone color that has a lot of punch, and now I have a lot of punch on my eye, so I have to amp up the brow bone a little bit to match a little bit better. Yeah, that's better, I think. All right, so we have to complete the look. I do have the Urban Decay Perversion on the upper waterline, but I don't have mascara, I don't have liner, so we need to fix that. And as I look at the look, I think I don't want to go overboard with a ton more color. I think that I want to do probably Psychedelic Sister, which is an Urban Decay liner on the lower waterline, and it's going to be a very kind of shiny purple. And then for my upper waterline, I think I'm going to use either the Sephora or the Stila liquid liner for the upper lid. I will do those two things and mascara, and we'll let you know what I did when I'm back. All right, I am back, and this is the final look. I'll just go over what I put on my eyes from the time I left to the time I came back, along with some swatches where it makes sense, and we'll go from there. So I reapplied the Urban Decay Perversion, which is a beautiful black liner that is very creamy to put on, but that stays in my upper waterline. I also put on Psychedelic Sister, which I said I would, and I think you'll agree that that's a good purple to go with the purple look. And I did that on the lower waterline and lash line to complement the purple from the Zulu palette. I decided to go with the Sephora Classic line, but I think it's just been a little while. Oh yeah, now it's flowing fine. I had some trouble getting a fine line, and so my liner, there we go, now it's doing a fine line. Shoot, I should have just played around with it a little bit more. I had trouble doing a fine line, so my liner is thicker than I would have preferred, but I think a bold line of a liner with this look, it looks intentional, so I'm okay with it. The next item that I used is, actually I'll go in order. The next item I really used is the Lise Watier V Element. And this is a deluxe sample of it. And Lise Watier is a Canadian brand, just to show you the wand. And I have to say, I've been using this sample for a while, and my lashes are getting pretty thick at this point. So I don't know that I'm going to be using this mascara for much longer. And I am kind of due to do a Mascara Madness update where I go through all the mascaras that I'm using, because I'm trying to reduce the number that are open all at once. And in some case, I have brought the number down, but it's still not where I want it to be. So you can expect another Mascara Madness video sometime soon. And then the Annabelle mascara I used on my lower lashes. And I quite like putting that mascara on my lower lashes. I make way, way less of a mess. And I think they get some nice definition without being super, super goopy like my upper lashes are right now. So that's it. There is my first impressions of a colorful look with the Juvia's Place Zulu palette, although I don't think there are too many neutral looks you can do with this palette. Officially my second look, and I think it turned out well. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I would really appreciate it. And I do look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.